Welcome to Tita Talks. My name is Sonia Tita and I'm your host. It is a great privilege and pleasure to welcome Dr. Lobsang Tenzin Negi. Dr. Negi is a professor of pedagogy, the executive director of the Center for Contemplative Science and Compassion-Based Ethics at Emory University, as well as the founder and spiritual director of the Drepung Losling Monastery in Atlanta, Georgia. Over the past 2 decades, Dr. Negi has been a pioneer of compassion training programs for adults and children. He was born in Kannur in northern India near Tibet, which is known as the land of apples and gods because of its natural beauty. Dr. Negi is a former monk who began his monastic training at the Institute of Buddhist Dialectics in Dharamsala and continued his education at the Drepung Losling Monastery in South India, where in 1994 he received the Geshe Larampa degree. In 1999, he completed his PhD at Emory University. And today, we're talking about the healing power of compassion, a self-care tool for you. Welcome to Tita Talks, Dr. Negi. Lobsang.
Thank you for having me. It's so nice to see you, Tita, after so many years.
Thank you for being here. We're currently experiencing the greatest global transformation of our lifetime. This grand transformation permeates the well-being of every aspect of humankind. Wellness and self-care is at the forefront of this paradigm shift. And in 2020, the global pandemic created a seismic shift in life as we know it.
Yes.
We're living in unprecedented times with the global COVID-19 pandemic and variants, including Omicron, social unrest, and environmental catastrophes. Yet with the right wellness and self-care tools, we can reset our lives and forge a new pathway forward. Can you tell us about the healing arts of Tibet, the sand mandala, and how this sacred art form has the power to impact our well-being, specifically how these beautiful sand paintings can teach us different life lessons and inspire us to feel empathy, happiness, joy, and peace?
That the another hat that I wear, that
Yes.
I look at Emory as a professor and the director at the Compassion Center. But I also, as you know, in your introduction mentioned, serve as the spiritual director for a Buddhist center here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called Drepung Losling, Center, or the Drepung Losling Monastery, center, and through the center's programs, we have had the great privilege of bringing a group of monks to travel and offer sacred music and dance, but also create this sacred arts called the mandala sand painting that you were so kind to support the monks and bring them to Miami. That was quite a few years ago. And the creating the mandala sand paintings has been one of the very important sacred aspect of Tibetan culture, or the Buddhist culture, if you will. It goes, back in ancient India, and then certainly was brought in Tibet. But it has certainly a very central significance in the Buddhist tradition. Very Buddhist advanced level of practices and like that. These healing arts are also shared with the larger audiences and populations at times of crisis, at times of pandemics, at times of unrest and so forth, where the healing is needed. So
Yes.
this is how the monks from, for example, Drepung Losang Monastery, in their mystical arts of Tibet tours, have been creating in many university campuses, art
Yes.
galleries, museums, and like that for last many years now. Even during last 2 years during the pandemic,
Oh,
even though
wow.
we could not travel because of the pandemic,
Yes.
but many of the long-term friends of the monastery, Drepung Losang Monastery, which is in South India now, the actual monastery where
Yes.
the monks, they are with about 3,000 monks in residence. The monks have been creating mandala from there using, taking advantage of this technology. We have Zoom to do
Yes.
this online, and then so that people can participate. And the monks have done quite a few of these online mandalas last year and this year. The
It's
audiences find this really meaningful. I can tell you, for example, in 2001 and 2002, just right after the night
hours. Yeah.
tragedies, as as you are well,
Yeah.
kind of aware of, and I'm so sorry that you lost your mom in
Yeah.
such, but you see that the monks, they offered the mandala work as a gift to the American people then. So like 3 months after September 11th, like the December 11th, they created this huge mandala at the National Museum of American Indian, just blocks from the ground zero,
Yeah.
for 3 weeks, with the meditations and chants, and thousands of people came there to find a moment of kind of peace. And then the 4 months after that, on January 11th, 2022, then they began the mandala at Sackler Gallery in Washington, D.C. And I recall that, in winter, like there would be snowing, and many of the buildings are closed. But where they were making mandala, we had also an hour of chanting and meditation each afternoon. We would have like the 300-400 people filled in this kind of around the mandala. And the Sackler Gallery had the book for people to journal, and just amazing how people found healing, the emotional healing, then from just having the mandala that the monks create, and the chanting and meditation. So, we really are very fortunate to have this opportunity to share this ancient art, healing artwork with the audiences around the world.
Thank you for joining us on Tita Talks. Thank you for discussing the healing power of compassion, a self-care tool for you. And for more information, please go to www.wellnessworldusa.com, www.titatalks.com, and follow us on Instagram at Wellness World USA, at Tita Talks Official, at We Love Tita Talks, and at Sonia Tita Popolo. And for more information about Dr. Lobsang Tenzin Negi's work, then please see as follows: www.drepung.org, www.compassion.emory.edu, www.clearning.emory.edu, and www.compassionshift.emory.edu.